This YouTube represents what is basically my 5 top tips for how we can best partner with artificial intelligence. And I wanted to start with the idea that ask it to help us to become more majestic. You know, one of the things that Harari talked about is the fact that, you know, as sapiens, that we were in the middle of the food chain. We got to the top of the food chain. We just got there too fast. And because of that, we were insecure. And because of the insecurity, it made us dangerous and cruel. And we've been dangerous and cruel to the planet itself. We've been dangerous and cruel to the animals that we share the planet with. And we've even been dangerous and cruel to our own species on the planet. So the idea is how can a partnership help us? And the goal is that how can technology help us become more secure? And if it can, then we become more majestic, right? And then it's also how to help us become more rational. One of the things is that when we look at all of our biases and we look at the things that hold us back from being successful, it's because we really can't put those behind a curtain. But technology actually can put them behind a curtain, and it can actually now set a preference and advantage the rational criteria when making a decision. And we can start to use the 7-step decision canon when considering the criteria. The canon was designed by Walter Kaufman. And what he talks about is the canon is, what does it mean? What speaks for it? What speaks against it? What are some of the alternatives? But the whole focus is on the what and not on who. And so we can form a partnership with Google and with other artificial intelligence to go after that. You can also ask artificial intelligence to help us complete the current agenda. And our current agenda is that we want to eliminate disease, eliminate famine, and eliminate war. And we can ask it to partner with us to show us how we might be able to address some of those issues and what we should be doing. It can help us become more humble. I mean, if you look at what happened when the Go was played, it put a move on that no one had ever considered. And so we've already taken, some of the humility of looking at, we let GPS make a lot of decisions for us. So what we have to do is we have to start to change our narratives to ones of cooperations and relationships. Even our fairy tales have to become more now cooperative in relationship. We can't have our architecture that focuses on the heroes. We have to start to look at things that says, we have to start to focus the whole narrative on how we're going to partner with the planet, with the other humans on the planet, with our own species, with our own citizens, and with our technologies. And we have to ask the technology to help us there and help us explore the universe. We want to ask it to help us explore, not conquer. First, the objective world, right? And then the subjective world. Again, we're not trying to conquer it, we're trying to explore it. And even finally, the intersubjective realities, as Harari calls our myths and corporations and things like money, nations, and things like that. And so we're asking it to help us with that. So the 5 that I think makes sense is help us become more majestic, help us become more rational, help us complete the current agenda, help us become more humble, and help us explore the universe. That's what I see we need to ask technology to help us do and to work with us on that. Thank you.